Hi, I'm Pop Seagull. Welcome to my channel where I show you and teach you my personal martial art of Bagua Kuntao Silat. Today, I'm going to show you perfect practice drill number 2, torquing around the square or twisting around the square, depending on how you want to see it. As we know, torquing palm is one of the fundamental movements in Bagua Kuntao Silat. Here, you're going to work on it over and over, a single palm, to perfect the movements and ensure that your body is moving properly and you can use the palm or movement for what it's intended. With torquing palm, you want to be able to strike, throw people, use elbows, knees, kicks, sweeps, crashes, pushing through, retreats, side steps, any other thing possible with this single movement. In order to do so properly, especially if you're going to use a weapon or you're in a self-defense situation, you need to be able to do it spontaneously and without thought, and most importantly, properly, or it won't do you any good. You'll find yourself being thrown, struck, knocked over, in a bad situation, unable to know how to move, frozen in place, or anything else that would create a bad situation for you. Now, in order to do this properly, I'm going to review for you again what torquing palm is. And as we know, if you've practiced section 1 and section 2 of my system, which I've shown for free so far, it's this movement. Or to see the other side. And in front, this movement. Well, your feet are in kaupu position, feet slightly in, knees down, you drop your center, relaxed as always, and your hand torques across your body, twisting from your hips all the way through, twisting your shoulder, and this way. Your pelvis tilts up, drops, and you could be either this way or this way. It doesn't really matter, but even your fingers are torqued as you come across. Elbows down, because if your elbows are out, you're exposed. Also, you're in a weaker position that way. There are exceptions depending upon your movement, what you're trying to accomplish. However, generally in practice, you're going to practice this way. If you see it, stepping through, it's that sunk position. You need to be able to perform that movement with the idea that you have another large person or persons on your back or shoulders and simply drop into it, comfortably maintaining that position as if you were going to do a very large squat or rise up from the ground. Deadlifting that movement as an idea. Your skeleton needs to be coiled, twisted like a cable in order to take full advantage of being able to issue power or accept power and be unmoved, maintain your root downs. So in order to help facilitate that idea and proper movement, I've created perfect practice drill number 2 for twisting around the square. Very simple, however, you need to practice it. As in my fundamental stepping tapes, shift weight to this side and simply go into torquing palm. Do that by kaupu. And I'll show it this way so you can see. Now you're going to step and go into torquing palm the opposite direction or do a 180. And you can see my foot's in conjunction with the corner. Just like you're stepping into pushing palm in section 1, you move out and the foot turns and you turn again. And then for the other side, turn again. So all the weight is going to shift over to this leg. You're going to step out, pushing palm, and then this has relaxed and is going to torque more as you step into the torquing palm position, as this also torques again. And as you uncoil and move in this direction, you're going to maintain that compact torque posture even while you begin to uncoil. And you're beginning to uncoil in this manner. Pushing, stepping, your body moving as an entire unit this uncoiling half of my body while this stays in a coil position, but it also stays relaxed so that it can uncoil properly, rooted on this leg while this is up. And then I step forward, and while coiling, this coils in, and again, that coils in as I move into the coiled torquing palm position. Underneath, it comes up again. And you can see, for perfect practice, you practice over and over. Now, for Bagua practitioners, you're going to notice the qua opening and closing, the hips opening and closing, the spine undulating just right, the shoulders torquing, hips, knees, ankles, toes, wrists and elbows, torquing in such a manner to coil and uncoil spontaneously. You're doing that on purpose and practicing over and over, so when you finally use this against a resisting opponent, it's almost effortless, and you're not having to hard all your muscles to affect a mechanical movement. Your whole body is doing it from the ground up. Your entire body is supporting whatever movement you're creating. Silk reeling helps with that. This as well helps with that. This is also a combat effective movement to be used spontaneously when fighting, sparring, or in self-defense. And when you're doing so, you can see I'm kopu here, and I step out and I move in. Just maintain continued flowing movement and momentum so you understand how your body moves and generates power. All movement starts and ends with, if you notice, my belly button, this area, the lower dantian, is what starts and ends this movement, and the rest of my body follows around. And of course, once you're comfortable and relaxed, you can speed it up to ensure that you can feel the momentum created by your body. Maintain your balance and root while moving. And notice, another thing you're working on is changing direction, controlling your center and balance, and the movement and energy your body is creating when you're properly doing so. Now, in perfect practice drills, they're typically used with 1 to 3 movements, and this simply uses one movement to practice over and over and over so that you can perfect the movement with twisting around the square. Typically, that movement is used to strike or throw opponents, and it's done so very quickly, which I'll show you soon. So please like and subscribe so I can bring you more videos, and hope to see you soon. Oh, and also don't forget, become a free member of my website, www.popssigong.com. That's popssigong.com, where you can talk on my forums, email me directly, and see what else I have to offer.